Hi, I'm Katie Walker, and welcome to the Live Green in Plano Buzz, your source for all things sustainable in Plano. This month, we jump right into some ways to green your Halloween. I'm here with Michael Thibodeau, Senior Waste Reduction Coordinator, who you might remember from our Recycle Right wrap-up segment. Hey Michael, are you ready for Halloween?
Absolutely, Katie. It's a fun time of year.
It is. Well, in addition to being a recycling champion, Michael helps residents reduce their waste year-round, especially during the holiday season, and he's got some awesome tips to share today.
That's right, Katie. And did you know that one of the scariest things about Halloween is the amount of plastic that these costumes use?
Oh my goodness. Well, what do you recommend for folks who want to dress up sustainably this Halloween?
You can start by shopping your closet first. You never know what kind of fun looks are hiding in there. You could also borrow a costume from a friend or a family member. You could give last year's costume a new look by changing the accessories, adding some different makeup or some different face paint. You could also visit a vintage shop for a higher quality secondhand item instead of fast fashion. You could host a costume exchange with friends or family. And you could also go to a thrift store for some unique pieces for your DIY costume.
Love it. That is fun and sustainable. I have to say, my husband and I had the best time shopping for looks for a 50s themed party that we recently went to at a local vintage shop. It was a blast, such an experience. And they had looks for just about anything you could imagine, Halloween and otherwise. Well, speaking of parties, what can people do to have a more sustainable party this Halloween or any time of year?
Well, Katie, you can green up any gathering you have with some live plants or some pumpkins this time of year. You also want to try to make sure that you're using reusable glassware, dishware, and utensils. If you don't have access to that, you can try something that's recyclable or biodegradable as an option. Don't forget that you could serve candy or food with the least amount of packaging, and you want to make sure you offer recycling bins to your guests for their cans and bottles.
Okay, excellent tips and a wonderful reminder. Finally, what can folks do to keep Plano clean and green on Halloween?
Well, Katie, this is a spooktacular time of year to teach all of our friends how to deal with trash. Make sure you pick up discarded candy wrappers and other litter while you're out trick-or-treating. Something else you could do is remember that candy wrappers are not recyclable.
Okay, those are some scary good tips, Michael. Thank you so much. I'm certainly ready for Halloween, but I'm also ready for the fall monarch butterfly migration happening right now here in Plano. Each fall, millions of monarch butterflies travel south to their overwintering areas in Mexico, and many of them pass through Plano on their way. It's an amazing journey spanning thousands of miles and multiple generations of butterflies. We're lucky to witness this incredible feat of nature year after year. In support of these winged wonders, we're also proud to be a signatory of the National Wildlife Federation's Mayor's Monarch Pledge, committing to create habitat for monarch butterflies and other pollinators, and to educating residents on ways they too can make a difference. Here are a few ways that you can support monarch butterflies and other pollinators. Plant host plants, particularly native milkweed varieties, to feed caterpillars. Plant nectar plants like coneflowers and salvias to feed adult butterflies. Avoid pesticides and herbicides. If you must, apply sparingly and mindfully. Educate friends and neighbors. Snap a photo of a monarch butterfly and share it on social media. They're so much more than beautiful. 75% of the world's flowering plants and 35% of the world's food crops depend on pollinators like monarch butterflies. Thank you for supporting these Texas treasures as they pass through Plano and year-round. Visit monarchs.nwf.org to learn more. Now it's time for our last segment, Recycle Right Wrap-Up. Michael, take it away.
Thanks, Katie. And hello again, Plano. Although it grows on a vine, its number of uses goes well beyond 9. It can be painted, decorated, cooked, carved, baked, scooped, souped, put into a latte. What about a puree? A pie that's sliced? It's even a popular flavor of spice. Delicious, nutritious, and a whole lot of fun. This month, the pumpkin is topic number 1. What does one do with this gorgeous fall delight? Well, once your pumpkin has served its purpose, it's anything but worthless. Let us not place poor pumpkin in the trash, but instead, with your yard trimming stash. Now, before you put your pumpkin in this fabulous brown bag, please remove any paint, decorations, candles, or leftover candle wax. Now, before my advice ceases, be sure to cut your larger pumpkins into smaller pieces. This helps it break down best. So you may be asking, what happens next? Your pumpkin story has a happy ending. It's made into Texas Pure products for soil amending. Visit plano.gov/seasonal recycling to learn more. Thank you for giving your pumpkin a new life and for recycling right during this Halloween season of spookiness and fright. See you next time.
Thank you, Michael. We'll leave you with an invitation to join us for Texas Recycles Day. It's our biggest drive-through drop-off event of the year where our partner vendors accept your items, electronics, bicycles, sporting goods, eyeglasses, and more for reuse and recycling. We hope to see you on Saturday, November 8th between 8:30 a.m. and noon at 281 Legacy Drive. Visit plano.gov/TRD for a complete list of accepted items and helpful packing tips. We'll see you soon for the next edition of the Live Green in Plano Buzz. Until then, follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our monthly e-newsletter at livegreeninplano.com to stay in the know.